Hey guys, welcome to my channel, A Guiding Light. My name is Candice. Before we get started with this message, please look in the description box below the video for any information you may want to look at about the channel, my email address, Patreon information. If it's not there, it'll be there soon. Um, People ask about donations, the donation information, and please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's a way to just give back, small things you could do to give back for my time and energy, and it really helps the growth of my channel. So I appreciate it, especially if this video helps you in some way. So immediately I really was getting this hint of like deception, and interference, a feeling of deception and interference. So I'm sorry to be doing this reading. I mean, it's not that horrible, but it's a little bit. But I feel like somebody at some point, somebody or something, definitely put some type of energy or interference towards you to kind of cut off your energy of abundance. Like they meant for it to put, like, to cut off your connections, cut off your resources, to put you more in an energy of lack. And you did have some type of shift because that happened, but your optimistic side of yourself was like, I'm gonna go start this journey, to like set things right, and you were willing to start something new. Which I think you gave it a good go, and in some ways it helped you, but again, you went more and more in a lot of ways more towards a lack. Like that, either way, that lack mindset was still there. This whole time, of course, the divine is watching, like the light is watching, and they did kind of allow it because not only to see what you would do, like that's the smaller part of it, but to see the stuff that was in you that you didn't see, because in order for this to have like locked in or hooked in, like something had to be in you or going on with you, whether it be bloodline, generational, or actually you, it doesn't matter, but something had to be going on for this to like lock in that you were unaware of. Sort of like that ignorance gave you almost like a abundance mindset. But also not just for you to see it, to see about healing it, but would you then choose the light? And would you then choose God? Would you choose, because some of it you may have been able to heal or do yourself if you even realized it, but you would need, for whatever this was, you would need the light. You would need God. You would need that. So do you choose that, or do you choose to just go within this deception and or darkness? What do you choose? Really see what you're made of, but also, do you just surrender, give up, or do you go to God? Do you build a relationship with God? Do you ask God for help? Do you start to figure out that way of doing things? It's really to see that you need to go back to the drawing board, look at some things you didn't see before, not only about yourself that was there as far as ways of thinking and being that weren't true, they were lack mentality, that you had your own level of these little, things in your head that were lower vibration and lack mindset, and that's what it was able to like hook onto. So for you to see that within yourself, but also to see that those aren't you, and to see what you're really made of and what you really come from, and really to see yourself in all trueness, all divinity, like to see yourself, I guess, in the way the light sees you, to see yourself the way God sees you. Um, it was really just one of those times that I don't think they made it happen. I think it was just a time that the light, God, used something happening to teach you and help you grow, see what you would do, but to transmute it to end up being hopefully like a blessing for you and for like there's something in you that you didn't see. And there's something in you that either, was calling you to the light, like you'd be going to that, like they're now this was your um initiation to realizing who you are and healing and becoming a kind of like of service to the light, child of God. I mean, we're all children of God, but I mean, for the most part, I guess I don't know, but to see what you pick and what you do. But there's something, I don't know, some of you I just get to build a relationship with God, but there's some of you in here that like this was an initiation. And it was your thing to see what you would do, see what you were made of, either make you stronger or see if you were a certain material to be called to God's team, prepare you for that even. And to like learn and see that within yourself, like not only to see the things that are blocking you from that this stuff was able to hook into, because that needs to heal and go, but to also see past that deception to who you've been that you've never even seen before in yourself, and how much grander and how much like bigger and more amazing you are, all your true possibilities, like to remove the limiting beliefs, to remove the limiting perceptions, to remove the, lack or less than that you see yourself in. Not only as a healing and, because the light and God loves you and all of that, but because, again, if this is an initiation, then it would be a training for you. It would be an initiation, a training, a preparation, and then putting you where you need to be of service. Which is a good thing, because that comes with like, I don't know, purpose, right? Purpose is very fulfilling. So it's really coming in as a storm to the initiation, to come in and heal it, build a relationship with God, prepare you, train you, do all that stuff, and to become that person that you were supposed to become. Whatever that role is, whatever that purpose is. And to push you into that. And to kind of, like I said, make you aware of it, see more, cleanse you, train you, prepare you, encourage you, and push you into that role. So I guess this is like an encouraging way to not like kind of get stuck where you are, where you're just kind of like hiding out and scared and just trying to protect yourself from that energy. Like, you have been being guided this whole time. God and the light does see what happened. You were being guided and taken care of and protected. There was just a reason behind it that maybe you weren't consciously aware of yet, and also because you didn't have that connection to God. You didn't have that level of guidance and information, and I would say protection. Like, you had protection, but you didn't have the protection of like guidance and discernment and wisdom, right? Like, that might have came a little bit along your journey. um I may also be speaking some future tense here for you, because there may be some of you, as I'm saying this, you're kind of still stuck in that I'm just holding on to what I got. Everything's being taken away from me, and you're just trying to like keep yourself isolated and protected from whatever energy is trying to take from you or tear you apart, you know? And I don't say that like it's not real, like I get it, but you are so much more, and there is a reason for all this, and you are actually protected. You do need to connect, if you haven't though, to the light and to God, and start building a relationship with God, because for one, um, God's the only one who can help you with this. The light is the only thing that can help you with this. um, you could try other little things, and it'll help in certain little ways, but for the most part, no, this is much higher. It's much more of like a higher spiritual level. Like, honestly, it probably even started out one way and then was afterwards like taken, or like God then had his hands on it and is now just using it to God's advantage. And I'm not trying to say that in a manipulative or a bad way. And yes, sometimes it makes people angry because like they had a life or they had things or whatever. But whether your soul signed up for it ahead of time, or it's just what you came here for, or a building of a relationship and a connection to God, um, I mean, you guys can form your own relationship within that, whether or not you want to serve or make your will God's will, and God's will your will, whatever. Like, you can figure that out and work that out. But at the very least, like, maybe this will help you kind of understand it a little bit, not to be angry, but that there was a reason and a purpose for things, and that you have been protected. um Even if it was a struggle, it was to in the end help you heal. It was in the end to help you see who you really are. And sometimes like you need those things to mirror those things to you. That's, what's going on that you don't see, your own level of deception, to see that they're there, not only so that um you know you don't have such a lack mentality in life, but also so that like you can see who you really are, and not only step into more of an abundance mindset for just plainly yourself, but even more so you can realize really who you are and what you come from, so you can step into what you came here to do. That's like the biggest thing is coming, like, to step into what you came here to do. And this seems like it was like an initiation process for most or all of you. And some of you got it and are working on it. Um, or to some of you, this may be validation for it, but some of you might still be stuck in the just kind of trying to like hide out, protect yourself, and keep yourself like protected, and holding on to the last little bit of whatever that either A is making you disconnect from God, or not connect to God or the light, or just holding you in this paradigm. You're just holding down and gripping on, not only to yourself, but and or physical possessions or whatever. I don't know what yours is supposed to be or where you're at in this phase. So I would say at the very least, my advice for you right now would be to connect to the light. Like, start building your relationship with the light and with God, and asking him to help you, to heal you, to guide you, to cleanse you, and to send himself or whatever part of his son team, army, his approval, whatever he works with to come and help you that is of the light only, and to come help you start that process and devote yourself to the building of your relationship with God, because that is what's really going to help you finish this kind of transformation process, to where you're not just stuck here hiding out scared of the next thing that's going to come and get you or take from you or mess you up, but lead you into your, you know, religious talk of like deliverance, or of being cleansed basically, and being connected to and of service and on the side of the light. Because if that's the side you choose, I mean, you don't have to. I feel like who I'm speaking to, you probably would, but maybe you don't know. And maybe even if you have a hard time with God, like if you have some trauma related around religion or whatever, I mean, you don't have to. God is not tied to religion. Like, you can have your relationship with God or the light and have nothing to do with religion. So maybe ask God to like heal your heart, and heal that wound, and build your own relationship. But either way, this was all in the end kind of to see what you would do, but even more so, it was for your highest good, to help you see things that were holding you down in life, to help you clear that lack mentality and go to more of an abundant mentality, and to see who you really were, because you weren't really seeing who you really were. You had very limiting beliefs, not only of the world, but of yourself, and maybe even of God. I don't know, and to help you see that at the very least, if not, maybe even really see who you are and step into your purpose and your role of why you came here. So if I were you, I would, whatever you feel guided to do, but your highest self, the light, God, whatever it is, I would work on connecting to that, because I feel like that would be the start to this part of your journey that helps make things a lot better for you, and bring back more of kind of where you were trying to go, but it's going to look different than you thought, but in a good way. And just trust in that. Trust if you have to let go. Trust if you have to move. Trust if you have to be quiet. Just trust. And just connect. I know this could be a long video, and I'm not trying to make it that, but just if you connect to God and you truly connect and you're truly humble and you truly ask, and you truly surrender to that and choose to have faith and trust and ask to heal, you'll have all the instructions and the guidance and protection and communication that you need. If you do need further help, I mean, you can always like reach out or ask for another video on it in the comments or something, but I think it's mostly that's missing, is that's the part of the drawing board that you're missing, is the seeing it in yourself and the not connecting to your highest self, to the light and or God, to start receiving that level of cleansing and healing and instruction and guidance and perspective that you don't see yet, because this isn't so much of like a human problem, this is a spiritual issue. Okay, I love you guys. I thank you for walking this journey with me, and I'll be seeing and talking to you soon.